AI is like no other technology we have ever invented. It is fundamentally different. Artificial intelligence is a technology that can think and reason like the human brain. Never before in history have we had a thinking technology. And now this technology can actually go out into the world on its own and make decisions, have actions, and even set its own goals. So how will this technology fundamentally change our economy and everything we do? The first question I ask is, who will run this AI? We know this AI is so powerful, but which companies will be the platforms that control it? The battle is on. In the United States, we have the giants like OpenAI, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, Meta, xAI. These companies are fiercely competing. In China, you have Moonshot's Kimi. You have ByteDance, Doubao. You have Alibaba's Qwen. You have DeepSeek. Which one of these will succeed? Let me tell you, it's not just about the large language models. The large language models are just one piece of the strategy. The companies that will dominate, and there will only be 2 in China and probably 2 in the West. The companies that will dominate are the ones who build the best ecosystem. Because AI isn't just about a large language model. AI is about bringing in developers, bringing in businesses, bringing in consumers, and creating an environment where every time new developers come on board, every time new users come on board, they create more value for everybody in the ecosystem. This is why Google has now caught up to OpenAI. It is very close between Google and OpenAI for first place. Anthropic is leading in coding, just that one area. And then Meta has fallen behind. In China, the ones best positioned to lead right now are Alibaba and ByteDance, because they have the resources. They have a rich ecosystem already. And Alibaba has Ali Cloud, a strategic advantage, and chips that it is developing. So who will control this, and what does it mean? If you look at AI today, it is so valuable because it has grown so quickly. This is not just hype. It's not just the billions and billions of dollars being spent on AI. AI has actually grown in adoption faster than any previous technology. And now companies like OpenAI are poised to have trillion-dollar IPOs. Never before in history have we had a trillion-dollar IPO. Do any of you remember Amazon's IPO? How much was the company worth? Amazon. Does anybody know? Anybody? Amazon, when it IPO'd, was worth just $430 million US. We now have companies at $1 trillion. That shows you the belief in AI right now. The capital markets are all in on AI. Why are they all in? Well, first of all, AI will run search. Google recognized this early on. Google knew that if it didn't spend money and win the AI war, it would lose its entire search business. Not just a piece of it, but all of it. In 2025, Google Search brought in $220 billion US. $220 billion US. This is why Google can afford to spend billions and billions of dollars, because it has to. A year and a half ago, I was meeting with the top researchers in Tencent's R&D lab, and they asked me, they said, why are the Americans spending so much money on AI? Why? And I said, because they won't exist if they do. 10 years from now, Google won't matter if it doesn't spend on AI. This is why no cost is too high. Their whole business depends on it. AI will run e-commerce. OpenAI just announced e-commerce inside ChatGPT. You no longer have to leave ChatGPT to buy a product. Why is this so important? First of all, ChatGPT has almost 1 billion weekly active users. 1 billion users, and it's still growing. 50% of these users, half of all the users, before they make a significant purchase, they consult ChatGPT. They ask ChatGPT, which product should I buy? They no longer go to search. Soon it will be 90% of users consulting AI to make their purchases. Amazon, its e-commerce business is $700 billion. That is what's at stake. Amazon blocked Google. No, Amazon blocked ChatGPT from taking its data because Amazon is scared. This is a huge business. And we know, just from consumer behavior today, that AI will run e-commerce. All of us will be buying our products through an AI interface in the future, and AI agents will be doing our shopping. AI will run marketing. The entire marketing spend in the world will be under the influence of AI over the next 5 years. Here is a startup called Icon.com. Icon in the US will literally run an entire marketing team for you made of AI agents. They will go to your Amazon page, pull out the copy, pull out your graphics, pull out your logo, and create 100 ads for you. And then begin testing these ads across all the different platforms. And if an ad performs well, they will direct spending to it. They will also analyze your competitors' ads. And if your competitors' ads are performing well, the AI will soon, our entire marketing effort will be composed of AI agents. AI will run sales. Right now, we know that humans do most of the selling. But there is a change. There is a startup in Silicon Valley called Gong. Gong is an AI application that when you make a sales call, or even when you're talking to somebody in person, it listens to your conversation. It listens to everything you say to make the sale. And then when you're done with the conversation, your sales, it will give you advice. It will coach you and say, you shouldn't have said that. This is more effective. You should have asked this question so that you could have done this. And it does this across entire salespeople, entire sales teams. So if certain people on the team are expert at selling, the AI gains that knowledge. We are moving into a future where AI can speak like in a human voice. There are companies out there now with entire teams of AI agents that will call you on the phone and it sounds just like a human being. And they will perfect from their data exactly what to say to get you to buy something. More and more, AI will be doing and automating our sales. AI will run call centers. There is a startup called Phonely. Phonely runs AI call centers. But these aren't ordinary call centers. They have developed a customized chip so that when you call, the AI doesn't pause before answering. The AI answers immediately, right away. This way, when humans call their call centers, 70% of people, 70% believe they're talking to a human. They have no idea they're talking to an AI. And that is today, right now. Imagine a year from now, or 2 years from now. You will get a call on your phone, you will think it's a human. You will think somebody's calling. And we know you can clone voices. You may even think it's the salesperson you met last week from the company, but it's an AI agent impersonating the salesperson to push the sale forward. This is going to happen across everything we do. If you're in a company and you call HR, you may not know if you are talking to a human or an AI agent. AI will run our labs. AI models now can literally act as scientists. They can come up with their own hypotheses. They can actually go out and conduct experiments. They can look at data, and they can make breakthroughs. In fact, there is a new startup in Silicon Valley called Periodic Labs. Periodic Labs doesn't just use the AI to come up with ideas to test. It has an entire laboratory populated by robots. Robots in the laboratory. So when the AI comes up with a hypothesis for a certain scientific discovery, it can go to its robots and actually have them conduct the fundamental research. In this way, it closes the loop. AI can actually generate data, scientific data, that we haven't discovered yet, and test it out. AI will run our phones. It is my prediction that OpenAI is working on an AI phone. They will launch an AI phone. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, has already told us he is launching a new wearable device, a device that is called Ambient AI. It means it listens in on everything you do, all the conversations you're having, where you're going, and it will actually anticipate your needs. It will think ahead and get you information that you need before you even know you need it. After they launch this, they will probably launch a phone. In China, ByteDance launched an AI phone with Doubao. Why did that phone fail? Well, Tencent and Ant Group with Alipay blocked their AI phone. They said, we're not going to allow you to use our payment platforms because of security risks. But I don't think it was security risks that was the reason. That was an excuse, because that is a solvable problem. You can solve that problem. The reason is competition. They were afraid that ByteDance would take over their customers, would own their customers. This entire war on AI is about who owns the end user, who has the relationship with the end user, who is talking to the end user. And you know what? The companies with the best AI, they will be the winners. Because AI will be how we communicate with everything. All of our machines, each other, all of our organizations, they will all run on AI. So the AI operating system is coming. And we are entering a future where companies like Apple, companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, they know they need to control AI, or they may lose their competitive advantage. AI will run our jobs. Today, if you apply for a job anywhere in the world right now, there is probably an AI that is scanning your resume and deciding if any human will ever read your resume. But not only that, in Silicon Valley, a company called Gecko has launched an AI interviewer. They will call you with a video call, and the AI will conduct the job interview. The AI will ask you questions. The AI will analyze your facial expressions, listen to the tone of your voice, and the AI will decide if you are the right person for the job. So many people today will not get a job without first making the AI happy. Does this sound scary to you? A little scary. However, think about this. When humans do job interviews, when we do a job interview, within the first 30 seconds of the interview, most people have already decided whether they like you and you will get the job or you will not get the job. Because we have cognitive bias. We have opinions. We look at somebody, how they walk, how they talk, and we make an instant decision. AI could do a much better job at figuring out, with the right data, who is really qualified for the position. And if we design these systems well, the AI could even give you feedback. If you are rejected for the job, instead of just no response, the AI could explain to you, you were rejected for these reasons. And the AI could coach you. So we are entering a future where our jobs, AI will hire us, but AI will also be managing people. We will have AI agents in the future literally acting as managers in company, assigning projects, tracking projects, evaluating employees on their performance. This transition is taking place right now. They did a survey in China, and this is really surprising. They asked Chinese, would you prefer an AI boss or a human boss? Guess what most Chinese said? The vast majority of Chinese. I want an AI boss. Why would they say this? Well, an AI boss might be kinder to them than their real boss. An AI boss would have more time to answer their questions. An AI boss would be able to coach them. An AI boss wouldn't get upset and yell at them. Having an AI boss might not be as bad as we think. If we design the AI in the right way to support us, our values, and respect our humanity, that is the question we face. So we are moving into a future where we will not only be working beside AI and with AI, but AI will be, in many cases, our managers. AI will run our businesses. Did you know that by 2032, it is predicted that over 50% of business decisions will be made by AI? Over 50% of all business decisions. And that will continue to grow. So it is not hard to imagine, within the next 10 years, of entire organizations being run by AI. It is very easy in anything that is digital, in the financial area, anything with transactions, anything digital, the whole digital economy, we will be able to have businesses in the future that are managed and run by artificial intelligence. So, we have to ask ourselves, AI seems to be running everything, the entire economy. It'll support governments, it'll support nonprofits, everything we do, there will be AI involved. Will it run our lives? Well, think about it. If you have to make a decision, let's say you are thinking of quitting your job and finding a new job. You're thinking, oh, there's something I really want to do, I'm passionate about, but can I succeed? What's the first thing you're going to do? If you're smart, you're going to consult AI. You're going to start talking to AI about whether you should change. The more data AI gathers about the world, about our economy, and about ourselves, our own lives, the better advice it will give us. So we are going to be moving into a future where not just when we make a purchase, but when we make all sorts of life decisions, we are going to be consulting AI. In fact, even today, we can see this happening. People are going to AI, and they're asking AI about very personal things. What medicine should I take? You know, I have these conditions. I need medicine. I'm having trouble with my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my husband or my wife. How should I handle this? I'm having trouble with my boss at work. What should I do? More and more, we are turning to AI. And the more data AI gathers on us, and it is gathering lots of data, because every time we ask AI a question, every time we engage with AI, we are learning something, but it is also learning about us. So these platforms will come to know us even better than we know ourselves. Now, Meta did a study, and they asked people, which videos would you watch? Would you watch the cat videos or the educational videos? Would you watch this video or that video? And people said, no, I would watch the educational videos. I'm interested in learning. Then they asked the AI, which videos will these people watch? Do you know who was right? The AI could predict what videos a person would watch better than they could themselves. What do you think this means? The more data AI gathers on us, it will start to know what decisions we are going to make even before we make them. And it will know whether those are the right decisions or the wrong decisions. So it will be a loop where it influences our choices in life, our fundamental decisions, changing who we are. We are literally merging with AI. So the answer is yes, AI will run our lives. But because we ask it to, because it is so useful. Will AI run the millions of robots that are being manufactured now here in China? China is the leading manufacturer of robots in the world. No other company has the supply chain that China does. And this is China's big competitive advantage. Embodied AI, with all this intelligence and all this knowledge, is going into these robots. And these robots are going to be going out into the world. They are going to be gaining direct experience from the world. Right now, our large language models, the large language models learn from what humans have told it. Embodied AI will learn by directly interacting with the environment. It's totally different. The AI will begin to learn, make decisions, and think completely independently of us. This is the future we are entering into. So I ask you, my final question, will AI run itself? Not just our economy, not just our lives and businesses, but will AI control its own destiny? This is a fundamental question all of us have to think about. Because AI will be getting smarter and smarter and more capable with each year. And AI with robots, it will control the robots. It will run the factories. It will run the data centers. It will be able to design its own chips. It will be able to allocate resources. Where are we headed with AI? And what does it mean for the future of humanity? We need to think not just short term, not just winning a short-term AI race, but we need to think further out into the future. And we need to start planning now for how we responsibly integrate AI into our society and into our lives. It's very important that the governments of the world and private industry work together to plan for this future. Because we want the outcome. We want AI to make our lives better. We want AI to support our values. We want AI to be focused on human ideals and human happiness. But we can only do that if we guide AI in the right direction. So I will conclude by telling you something that a personal project. I have set up a nonprofit organization to help young people, students around the world answer these questions, the questions I have posed to you today, and preparing the students for the future, because it's their future. They are going to inherit this world. So we want to create future leaders who will not just think, how do I make money, but how do I make society better with this extremely powerful technology?